Three slips in place, bowling to Northamptonshire's captain Luke Proctor round the wicket to the left-handed Proctor, and Proctor is on the front foot, pushing it up to mid-off.
Holland is in and bowls a little bit short, and that is wide, and that is cracked away off the back foot. And, well, that was there to be hit away and got the treatment.
Here's Hull in again, bowls and driven by Vasconcelos. It beats Josh Hull, and it's going to run away to the boundary at the Bennett end for 4. Nicely timed by Vasconcelos. Josh Hull facing this next ball from Josh Hull, hits him on the post. There's an appeal for LBW and he's out. And Josh Hull has the breakthrough. It was very full. It hit Proctor on the boot.
Comes in and bowls, and that's going to be 4 because that one drifted onto the legs of Vasconcelos. A little bit of in-swing, but he used the pace and direction of the ball, just punched it away. Scriven in from the Bennett end, bowls round the wicket, clipped away for 4 more. The in-swing, over-pitched, read nicely by Ricardo Vasconcelos and played sweetly through mid-wicket.
As he's in again and once more left alone, was it? No! There's an edge behind. Vasconcelos attempting to leave the ball, has tried to withdraw his bat, but has clearly got a feather through to Ben Cox.
In goes Scriven, bowls, that's a decent shout for leg before he's gone. On the back foot, Bartlett's slightly tortured innings comes to an end.
Here's Green in bowls and padded up, and he's bowled him. He's bowled him. It's shaped back in, and Sales has left it alone. It has hit off stump.
And continues to swing his arms up mid on. Van Beek is in, bowls short, pulled 4. That is going to go. He wasn't quite quick enough. Good shot from Keogh, who will take on the short ball. They were going to get an unplayable one sooner or later, so get what they could while they could. And that's going to be a decent shout for leg before he's gone. It was fuller from Van Beek. It did seem back in. Keogh was stepping across. Van Beek in, bowled, leaps at the creases, appeal for leg before he's gone. It did stay a little bit low. McManus trapped in front, and Leicestershire have picked up their 6th wicket of the morning. And to Justin Broad from the Bennett end. In he comes, bowls to Broad, who clips him away exquisitely through the leg side 4. Chips it away. It was in the air for quite a long way, but only Josh Hull.
Here's Holland in again. Lovely square drive by Safe Save, and that's 4 runs. There's one thing about these two, Richard, they will look to be positive as far as the match situation permits.
It was. Van Beek is in, bowls, Broad is gloving it, I think, down to fine leg. Let's see what the signal even is. It is for 4.
Scriven bowls to Zabe, who punches that hard into the ground over the top of Rayan Ahmed at point, and it runs away for 4.
Well over halfway through, in goes Van Beek, and it's a little bit short outside off stump, and up on his toes, Zabe cuts it away nicely. Didn't try and overhit it either. He knew there wasn't a point, so he didn't really have to keep it down. He did get on top of the bounce, but that was a very nice shot. Unless he takes a wicket with this delivery. Bowls, Tuesday bounces, edge cord. He did take a wicket with it. Got that extra little bit of bounce, took the shoulder, and a fine catch from Pottinger, diving to his left at 3rd slip. In goes Scriven and bowls, and is beautifully driven by Broad for 4. Just over pitched. That was in the slot, actually. There was a little bit of shape to it, but
Bowl to Justin Broad, full, driven by Broad through extra cover, and that I think is going to go all the way for 4. Chased out there towards the family stand, but it's not going to be caught up. Into bowl to Harrison, who has clipped that away down to fine leg for 4, off the glove, I think, because he seemed to be just whipping a hand off the bat, but it's raced away down.
Once more into Harrison, who drives through the offside. Rayan Ahmed can't stop it with a dive at point, and this will go to the boundary. The first boundary that Ben Green has conceded.
Which I'm sure the coach and their teammates will have appreciated. Scriven in bowls and beats Broad, and he's out this time. Caught behind. It was a full ball. Again, I don't think there was a huge amount he could have done.
11 overs, 2 for 13 for Green as he runs in and bowls it, edges, and it's caught. He has his 3rd wicket, bounced on Harrison, couldn't keep it down. Straight to 2nd slip, 2 hands for Peter Hanscom.
Here's Scriven in again, bowls and driven beautifully by Sanderson. It's pitched up, it's going to go, and that has gone away out through extra cover. It's got the legs and it crosses the rope before Ian Ahmed can catch up with it. First class runs for Northamptonshire.
What a way to get there.
What a way to get there. I wonder, and I'm sure I should probably have to check this later. 3 for 47. He's in again, bowls to Sanderson, edged, and this time he's caught. And the innings is over. Van Beek picks up his 4th wicket, regulation catch this time that Ben Green makes no mistakes.
Well, here he comes to Rishi Patel for the first delivery of the innings. Patel steps out of his crease and tucks this one into the leg side where it's fielded at square leg, not filled with information. As this one's down leg side, there's a loud appeal and he's got a feather on it. Strangled down the leg side, and Sanderson gets his 399th Northamptonshire wicket.
Gets into his run-up. In he comes, bowls short and pulled around the corner. For 4 by Sol Budinger. Got on top of the bounce there. Conway looks at him for a long time before hitching his trousers up and...
To Ben Sanderson. And this one is driven gloriously through the offside. A very short follow through from Budinger. He just timed the ball. And he'll face up again to Sanderson. And that is a magnificent shot. Hold the pose. It's gone all the way for 6. Over long on. He stepped down the track and a glorious swing of the bat over long on for 6 and gets his 5th over underway. Bowling to Budinger, who slashes this cut shot through the backward point boundary. It's a vacant region, but even if there had been a fielder there, it would have been tough to stop that one. Once more to Budinger, who edges this just wide of a diving Calvin Harrison, and it goes for 4. Only the 2 slips in place. Had there been a 3rd, it would have gone through to him. Sanderson once more is in, and another edge. Again, well wide of Harrison, and 3 boundaries in a row. This one, Harrison was in with no chance, a good 6 feet wide of him. Sanderson in once more. And Budinger steps across and smashes this one through mid-on. A glorious on drive. He's hit one over the top for 6. This one was all across the ground. To stem the flow of runs here to Budinger, who chops on. He attempts the pull shot, potentially keeping a bit low, right off the toe of his bat and onto the off stump, and he will be frustrated with that.
Bowls. Hill is edging and caught at 3rd slip. Thick edge, and he punches the bat in annoyance, but a fine delivery and a fine catch at 3rd slip, 2-handed to his rights. Runs away from us and bowls 2 handscomb. That's a decent shout for leg before, and it's given. And that looked out to me, and well, again, she thought about it a long time, Sue Redfern, but he'd got well across, and ball went sort of straight on, and at least a 5 is in. Outside off stump, and he's caught brilliantly at 2nd slip. Rehan Ahmed goes for the flashing drive, feet nowhere near it, went high to 2nd slip. Sanderson bowls. That is going to be clipped away past short leg to the boundary for 4. That would have been an absolute miracle catch by Save Zabe if he'd have somehow plucked that one out of the air. Conway, sun goes behind cloud, is in and bowls down the leg side. Came off the glove. Yes, it did. And another one is caught down the leg side.
Bowling to Ian Holland. And that's again down the leg side. This time it's going to be 4 runs onto the total. Was it runs? It was runs. It didn't carry to Lewis McManus.
Harrison makes Holland wait, tosses the ball from hand to hand. In he goes and bowls down the leg side, and it's going to pick up 4 byes, I suspect, because hard though Vasconcelos chases, up goes the hand from Sue Redfern. It wasn't taken by McManus, and Leicestershire end the day with a very welcome boundary.